5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay. Alright, the game is afoot. Or a leg. Spawn chest, 3 golden swords, 2 ender pearls. That's about it. 1 arrow. That's an explosive arrow, people. And 3 bones. 4 crafting tables. Alright, let me show you the world. I would, if I was Gizmo, I'd be singing I Can Show You the World. And we already have a team here. I'm not sure which team that is.
Pink.
So the pink team, I guess I could look at the map. Pink team, beautiful spawn. White team, gold team, blue, green, red, yellow. Big, nice, pretty world. Good luck to all of them.
There is 7 obsidian in the village chest. Looks like one's gonna get it.
Alright, God mode is now off. The first minute is the last. So there's some good teams here. This is our final area here. So lava is probably not going to be much of an issue. Looks like it's going to be a relatively safe area. There is a little bit of lava on the surface though, right there. Here's Mr. Pappy. We're going to turn on our night vision so you guys can see better. Probably not going to go back to Hexit. Is Hexit even still a thing? People still play Hexit? Techit, Hexit, all those things always cause a lot of problems for other people in the crew when we were trying to record that.
It's so old now.
So it looks like I thought Sammy might have left her team, but they are here together still. So far we've gone, this is a record I think for these people. You know, almost 3 minutes into the game now, no one's taken any damage yet. Usually there's at least somebody taking fall damage. And if you're wondering, that little eyeball thing in the top right, that's because I have the night vision. Hey, Simon. So, I mean, looking at these teams, Bunny is probably our top player. Well, there's our first damage. First 2 damages. Rampage fell for 1 heart. Maybe Chris. The Creeper Explosion for half a heart. Almost close. I mean, it's 1.5 points, but that's only half a heart. 2 points would have been 1 heart. Remember, a heart is only... A half a heart is 1 point. So here you can see is our border. Bordy is very dangerous. He starts his journey inward in about 2 minutes. A little less than that. We're closing in on 4. But they'll get a warning here at the 4-minute mark. The yellow team staying relatively close together. But yeah, talking about the teams, I mean, we had some damage getting hit there. Bunny, the top player this season so far. So that's a good team. We got our 1-minute warning now on Bordy. The gold team, Heat, you know, poor I mean, I think Affleck's going to have a rough go with his group. We'll see how it goes for him. Air Owl just fell, I'm assuming, out of a tree. He's an air owl. How should he do that? Hey, Extremes, you're only late for the first game. There'll be more. So if you missed out on this game, obviously hang tight. Games take about 40 minutes once they start. Mr. Affleck fallen also. So he lost a heart with his fall. Aral lost a heart with his fall. Tate just took a huge fall. I don't know how. And he lost 2.5 hearts. I mean, obviously it's not super huge, but it's huge nonetheless. I mean, there's a lot of hearts to lose early game. I mean, so far we've seen everything being fall damage except for maybe Chris. The border has started shrinking. Maybe Chris was the creeper explosion. We see the pigs being punched here, but we see no mutations. It's very rare for the mutations. Tate is one of those players who takes a lot of laggy fall damage because I don't know if it's his internet or his computer or both. But he really is mainly concerned about what people think about his skin and his current, he changes it and such. So, I mean, I think as long as people like his current skin, he's happy win or lose. What do you guys think? I mean, do you think this is the hashtag win or hashtag fail, this skin? I don't know what it is about my music program. It always plays one track and stops, even though I have it set to shuffle them and continue to play. Sticks out too much. Wouldn't be helpful in combat. Looks like everybody says it's a fail. So I mean, we're gonna have to let Tate know that people think you guys should. Go into the server chat and type in that the viewers have discussed it and your skin is a fail, Tate. So Mind King will change his name constantly. Gundam just took a little suffocation damage, I'm assuming from the gravel. So, continue with the teams. Aral, Pappy, Simoes, Leo, C Fox. There's a few players in there that are decent, but I think that team is going to fail. The pink team, ooh, hold it. Every time I want to start talking about teams, Rampage Assault just fell for 4 hearts. How do you fall for 4 hearts, dude? Everybody seems to have decent connections. I mean, Peach usually is the lowest connection because she's from New Zealand. But she's actually doing pretty good here right now. Sky Devil is the one struggling. So, some damage there. Again, fall damage right now and suffocation. It's almost all environmental damage. But pink team's got Abe, Gundam, Bon, NG, strong players. Peach, I don't know if she's ever really won too many games. I don't think if she has, it's probably been a carry. She has struggled. She's a loner. Being a loner is a tough to be in this game. Red team, Hodge, Poker, good players. I don't really know too much about Alpha Charlie. Andrew and the Boy Gamer. Andrew is played a lot. So he's a decent player. Mind King and Stig are very tough. Don't know much about Sammy. Tate, as we talk about him, he's taking more fall damage. I don't know if Tate understands that this game is about not taking damage because you don't regen. So I don't really... I think Mind King and Stig are going to have to carry, and Infernape are going to have to carry the rest of that team. I don't know much about Super Sam, so she might be really good. Yellow team, Crafty, Jay... I mean, just so many unknowns on that team. I don't really... I mean, I'm not even sure who could win this. Hey, Poke Ben. Or Pokey Ben. There'll be more games, bro man. If you're wanting to play, get on the Discord. There's a link in the description. Cloud there is giving you a lot of help. There with the links and stuff. You just go into the Discord and you go into the UHC waiting room. That's a voice channel. You can't talk in there, but I can, so I can go in there and give instructions about when to connect and all that. And then there's 2 chat rooms that are useful: the hashtag UHC and the hashtag server chat. Both of those are where the port IP is posted. We have combat. Heat mine gate. Heat the blazing bird. Our first death.
Mine
You did it, buddy.
1 heart.
Mine King 1 heart. Yeah. I think that's what Poker was saying. Can you guys hear her? Or, I mean, Retro. Can you hear Retro at all? I barely heard that. Part of it might be my headset.
Let me try Windows.
Let's hear what they say, but for me, it's like... Is that a good imitation streak? So, Mine King, very aggressive, but I think that's going to hurt his team. I can't imagine Stig is happy with that. Alright, yeah, so you're definitely quiet. Mine King now being chased. Hen senses this is an easy kill, and Mine King's dead. So that's why I was saying I can't imagine Stig very happy. Rampage Assault just got assaulted by a creeper. Oh, Pigman, we have a mutation. So not only did a creeper hit him, but he's got a pigman that wants to say hi. And Rampage is down to 2 hearts. The mutation, I think it's only like a 2% chance of happening. No Man's, you returned your No Man's Sky. I know I saw Lyric trying to play the PC version today, and he's got like a super system, and he was having like lag issues. I've seen some people say they're playing 4K and not having any issues. So it just sounds like it's. I mean, I don't know. I like the idea of the game. It just looks boring after a little while. I think they need to add more to it. Rampage is really in a horrible spot. As soon as I leave him, he's going to die. He's also got to be careful if he jumps down. But here, Abe, if we're going to leave him, because Abe is right near the pink team and the white team. The forum right now is offline. It wasn't really getting much use, so I'm going to basically shut it down. I think I've got it down right now. It needs to have an update, which is one of the reasons I shut it down anyway. But I don't really think it's worth it. I mean, we could have discussions in chat here on Discord. I mean, the keep stuff. I might create some more channels on Discord for people to talk. Yeah, well, I mean, I think, oh, our first diamond. But we have a fight. Sure, I thought we had a fight. I thought there was a team that was fighting. Alpha Charlie shot by a skeleton. That was not an explosive arrow, at least I don't think it was.
I think Cosmic might have done it. Yeah, Cosmic's got a bow.
Got a bow already. Yeah, I mean, I think No Man's Sky has potential. I think Sony, my impression is Sony may have pushed it to get released. It is troubling too when you hear like, oh, you know, the world's so, universe is so big, you'll never see each other. There is a chance if you could meet, it's very minute, in which case you'd see each other. And he even made a point that the only way to see what your character looks like is for somebody else to see you and tell you. Well, the first day on the PS4, people met in the game, but they couldn't see each other. So the pink team's now enchanting. We got green and blue here wanting to rumble. Arrows being used by Cosmic. I don't know if it's a super smart idea. I think he's trying to like break open the cave. Maybe Chris was slain by a zombie. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. We have a fight. Affleck gave him 1 heart. Okay, we got fights everywhere. Affleck fighting Jay. He just gave away one of his hearts. Now he's dead.
He was spamming his sword.
So we are down, still 7 teams, but 28 players out of 35. Saiku fighting with Pappy. Pappy only down 2.5 hearts. Saiku down to 4 hearts. Pappy went right by him. Oh, because he's going to go after another player on the team. Here comes Saiku, though. Comes up from behind, uses an axe. Moon Fairy down to 5 hearts. Saiku at 4. Thank you, Super Mario. If you're trying to use... Oh, Cosmic taken out. Mr. Awesome hiding. There's an enchantment book on the ground over there.
Bunny's also out of the game.
Yeah, Arrow killed Bunny, so the king is dead. It looks like Mr. Awesome has done an effective job getting away. Right in here, I think that might have been a shield. It looks like he might have picked that up. It might have been glitched. But there's a book and some bread. So, bro, man, I was getting ready to try to answer your question. I'm not sure if you're using Discord, the program, you can add our server just by clicking on the plus button or whatever, and then just typing in or pasting in the Hill Software or the discord.gg/Hill Software. Abe getting the kills here. This is mass chaos. Look at the pink team. They dominated that, and they're barely hurt. What?
It was the sharpness 2 book that Errol got.
Nice. Stig confused that there is combat in this game. There, hopefully that helped him. So we got Moon Fairy here, supposedly close to Sea Fox. Oh, there they are. You're here because you're too lazy to open Twitch? Oh, yeah, alright. Whatever works for you, Infernal. So, for people who have never watched before or played before, with my plugin, players don't see name tags for the other team. Obviously, we do because we're spectating. The way I have it set up, we can always see everybody. They only see the name tags for their own teammates. So it's very easy for us to know where both teams are. Not as easy for them unless they hear the digging or they, obviously break through and see. I do not. Well, I have a. I don't know if it's a 3DS. I have some Nintendo thing. I gave it to Lizzie. She plays some like Pokemon stuff on it. But I'm not a big portable gaming fan. I just use my phone. So we are down a whole team now. Which team did we lose?
Yellow?
Yeah, yellow completely wiped out. Skeptic, the only one on gold. Who was on the gold team? And if you're on Twitch chat now, speak up. How did that team communicate? Ask away, Ben. Anyone in the chat was part of the gold team. How was the communication on the team? Only Skeptic left. Was Skeptic with your team?
I was in the gold team. We got hit like a freight train by people.
You got split up on the surface, says Jack Daniels.
Yeah, we got split up.
When and why did I change from the Crew Gaming? Well, I mean, remember, the channel started off as The Hill Software because that was just the name of my channel. And the reason it was called The Hill Software is I also have Hill Software on YouTube way back, but I couldn't remember my password initially. So I just called myself The Hill Software. I had no desire to make videos or any of that. Made some videos. Kind of things got popular. Started bringing some people in to be part of some of the stuff. Kind of started calling it The Crew at that point and everything, and then changed the YouTube name when they allowed the Google Plus integration to Crew Gaming Channel. But then, I don't know, 6 months or so, a year ago, pretty much most of the people who were in the crew were getting pulled off in different directions with real life, or just not interested in gaming as much. I mean, Extra got tired of Minecraft. Piper had to start going back to school for training and to get a promotion, which she did get, but now she works a lot more. Swippin was having another baby, so he had 2 kids and he was getting ready to have a third, and actually they had the baby about that time. But people, Shots was exiting school and starting working, getting ready to go to college. So I kind of decided just to go back to the way it was. Ooh, Andrew, you being chased. You're being hunted. It was far enough away he didn't take any real damage from the creeper, but he has taken some skeleton damage. About 1.5 hearts. So Andrew is now down 4.5 hearts. There will be a new season of Mole, probably this fall, hitting the channel, so be prepared for that. Yeah, camping, the games, once the game starts, you can't join it. It just doesn't make sense. Hodge got health from poker. Andrew just walked right up to that creeper. So Andrew losing more health. He just got 2 hearts from the Boy Gamer fan.
Psyche a Moon Fairy in Green Team's tunnel.
Lava placement there. I don't know if Samoes was the one who did the initial lava. I don't think he was. I think Blue did it.
Psyche.
Not looking good for Samoes. Dead. Yeah, I don't like the spectating because too many people get in the way and it makes it tougher for you guys. Some people would use it to help their teammates that are still alive. Leo now dead. Only C Fox remains on green. So gold and green down to just one player. I'm not going to talk about mole people. This fall, that's all I'm going to say. This is just the first UHC, so there'll be more. So when this game ends, we'll have like about a 5-minute break while I get the next server up, and then people go into the UHC waiting rooms on Discord, etc., etc. If you don't feel like watching the stream or playing, then you might want to go play a different game. I'm not going to get spectate the people who don't even want to watch the stream. Kind of sorry, Jacob, but that's not the point. I'm doing this is so that you guys can play and then you guys can watch it and see everything. Super Sammy gave a heart to Stig. So Stig now up to 9 hearts. White team doing pretty good health-wise. I mean, everybody's decent except for blue and, of course, gold and green. But I give spectate to people who are streaming on their themselves, people who are, like, seriously trying to stream, or people who are recording maybe seriously for a channel. But like I said, we've had some people spectate before, and when I've given it to a group of people, it just becomes all these flying heads floating around me, and people watching start complaining. And there's just the unnecessary overhead of the people flying around. If they start just zooming around, it can cause a lot of chunk. Yeah, the forum's down right now. I'm going to translate all that stuff. You can still claim points. Their commands are there to claim stuff through the bot. You might even be able to do the command help or whatever the command is that shows you commands available to see them. I'm going to create either a web page or just put it in Discord or something that has like the loyalty points and all the stuff that used to get linked back to the forum. So, I mean, if somebody has an actual serious point thing that they were wanting to claim, they could talk to a mod or something. Talk to me at some point in between games or message me. Hey, Crafting in Your Mind. Welcome to Twitch. Or at least welcome to watching me on Twitch. Bon and Stig. Here we go. White and pink. Good versus evil. Stig's got his... Oh, somebody had an arrow right now. It'd be awesome. This is the joy of lava. Arrow. Somebody get an arrow. They're going to run out of room eventually. Gundam had a good spot to hide there, but he pulled out of that spot.
Brace for PvP.
Stig's bucket now is empty, so he might have lost his lava. So now they're retreating. Camp, they usually take about 40 minutes. You can see on the the clock. It's about 30 minutes in, so we've probably got about 15 minutes before the next one would start, depending. I mean, sometimes the final battles can take a little longer. Generally, it takes about an hour around because it's a 40-minute game, 5 or so minutes to set up, and then just getting people logged in, getting started, giving out instructions. So I'd say that we're probably going to start the next game in about 15 minutes. So it might be tight for you if you've only got an hour. So Stig trying to block everything off here. His team, I'm assuming they're trying to get some natural blocks, maybe to try to disguise their tech spot that they leave for him. We'll see if it actually works for them, because they still have a block, and people always seem to dig the natural blocks. It might have fooled them. It might have fooled them. Gundam's still not giving up, though. Remember, without those name tags, you have no way of knowing. Now, white team is digging towards the border, which is not going to be a good sign. The border is only 120 away from stopping. So it looks like they've done a decent job. Yep. It's been 30 minutes. You can look at the damage log a lot of times and see like when the first damage hit. That's not necessarily the start of the game, but you know, I think the first damage was within about 5 or 6 minutes of start. So pink now is in a better spot, but white's decided, okay, we're near them, let's head upward. Because at about 35 minutes on the time, which is at 32 right now, that's when the border does reach 50, give or take. And then a minute after it reaches 50, lava will start to rise from the bottom of the world to the top, 2 below spawn. We've seen spawn's a pretty flat world, or flat area, so we shouldn't see a lot of issues, but I think pink is going to charge back inward, and then here is one of the, oh no, here's all of the blue team. Saiku, Mr. Awesome, and Moon Fairy. They are right on top of each other here, these two teams. I don't know if that was Gundam even. Infernape blown up by a creeper. So white, we just saw white trying to leave. And they lost one of their members, and Super Sammy's at 1 heart. So not looking good. Border down to 3 players, 1 player at a heart. No one yet offering up any hearts. I got rid of the 20-minute mark messages because some people said they didn't like them popping up. And some people said they didn't even feel like it really was that useful to know, like, the time. Abe on fire. He should live. Yeah, he's at 4 hearts now. So you can see we got pink and blue still messing with each other. Bond takes out Moon Fairy. Hodge ate a golden apple. Andrew blew up. So we have an arrow fight up above. Skeptic shooting arrows. Being shot at with arrows. Remember, Skeptic's the only one. He's so far avoided taking any real damage. Now there's going to be... Oh, that was a good shot there. There's going to be lava in play now. Skeptic seems to have the red team on me, I think. NG slain by Saiku, but I'm sticking up here. Skeptic blew up, was finally taken out. Red team survives. Hodge is at 4 hearts, so he took a more direct hit, but Poker and the Boy Gamer stayed in that.
Poker has over a stack of arrows on her now.
Well, hopefully for the red team they all do, because those arrows can be deadly. Skeptic was the only one left on gold. Most of those shots were flying by. I did weaken the explosion. They're not as deadly as TNT. I wanted to make it where you could take some damage. I mean, Skeptic was hit 3 times down at the very end. One was a 3.5 heart, one was a 2.5, and one was a 4.5. So I wanted to make them fun, but I didn't want to make them overpowered. Because when I tested them when they were like TNT level, and it was frightening. The salt would have been flowing so quickly. You have to be pretty accurate with the explosive arrows. Unless you're trying to like just take away terrain. Alright, so we're down to 13 players, 5 teams. We started with 7, we started with 35 players. Pink is coming up. There's blue. Is blue in? No. Bond blew up as soon as he came to the surface. That was a direct hit for like 8 hearts. Exclamation damage, Skeptic. So this is a good position with explosive arrows. If you see people coming up to the surface, just hit them. You gotta be careful though. If you're too close to your arrow, when it hits, you can hurt yourself. So you can see your teams here. We got green, which only has 1 player. That's Fox. Red on the surface. White near the surface. Blue split up but near the surface. Pink now trying to come up at a different angle. Mr. Awesome burned to death. That was pretty much Stig coming to the surface. Not going to look good for him. Maybe he's trying to distract people. Gundam swam in lava. Peach swam in lava. Okay, the lava has reached its maximum. So we did get a little bit of lava on the surface now because of all the explosions. That's a double kill there. Oh, Boy Gamer swoops in at the very end and gets Stig. Kate slain by Saiku. We're down to 1 on blue, 1 on green, 1 on pink, 2 on red, 1 on white. Oh, that was a beautiful shot at the end. Takes out Saiku. Red team takes it. Hodge and Boy Gamer, the only ones left. All the other red players dead it. All right, let me pay out these. Nobody bet on red. None of the red players even bet on themselves. All right, let me pay out or do the stats. All right, so as before, in between rounds, about a 5-minute break. We'll be right back with the next game. Get into the UHC waiting room if you want to play.